Planet Dolan.
From torturing dolls to drinking urine, the Planet Dolan crew reenacts some of the best true stories from our subreddit about the creepiest things we did as kids. I'm Pringle1, and today I'll be your narrator. Number 10 was submitted by Hi, I'm a Loner. During his childhood, Soup went through a dark phase where he would have a collection of knives. Sometimes he would take one of his knives, dip it in fake blood, and write, "Help me," on the walls. While writing on the walls, he would talk in a deep voice which to Soup sounded like the devil. His parents were freaked out while he went through that phase, but since then, Soup has grown out of it. Number 9 was submitted by Rusty052. The creepiest thing that Gergak has ever done as a kid was when he was 3. One day, he and his cousins were sitting outside. They began to wonder about different things, which included what urine tasted like. So, they unzipped their pants and peed, creating a fountain. Somehow, their streams went into their mouths at the same time. Needless to say, once they knew what urine tasted like, they never did that again. Number 8 was submitted by David Disaster 2. When he was a kid, Helbin pretended to be a dog. He would go for walks around his neighborhood with his close friends. It might seem normal, if a little weird at first, but Helbin would be walking naked on all fours while one of his friends held a dog leash. He was so into pretending to be a dog that he would mark his territory on the local oak tree while lifting his hind leg. The hilarious thing was that his friend never questioned why he was acting that way. They would even let him jump on them and lick them. They would also pet him from time to time. Sometimes they would even clean up Helbin's poop if he ever went in a neighbor's yard. To this day, he's still friends with them. He also still has the same nickname he did when he was a kid, Dog Boy. Number 7 was submitted by MH20025. Snoopy didn't always have the best relationship with her sister Gooby because she would constantly call her names and never play with her. Whenever she got mad at her, Snoopy would gather her dolls and torture them in various ways. She would wrap strings around their necks and dangle them, drown them, bend and twist their limbs, and poke their fake eyes, amongst other things. Every time she tortured a doll, Snoopy would pretend it was Gooby. Whenever her family caught her, they would ask her what she was doing. Snoopy would throw them a blank stare and answer in a dead voice, "I'm playing." Number 6 was submitted by iManUglyPony78. Back when he was 2, Wolfgang would itch his butt in public. He would itch his butt even if he didn't have an itch. People would always give him looks of disgust, but Wolfgang never noticed. The thing that made his habit truly disgusting was, after itching his butt, he would quickly sniff his fingers, smelling the nasty fumes from his crack. There were even a few times where he would get some doo-doo stuck to his fingers, which made his family gag. He stopped after 2 years of it after his mom told him to stop. Since then, he hasn't itched his butt in public and sniffed his fingers afterwards. When he looks back, he doesn't know what made him do that. He always feels embarrassed whenever his family brings it up. I would too if all I did was stick my finger in my butthole and smell it. Ugh. Number 5 was submitted by 5polecat7080. When Spencer was little, she didn't have an imaginary friend like the other little kids she knew. Instead, she had an imaginary dead sister. She would ask her mom questions such as what her dead sister's name was and when she died. At first, her mom thought it was nothing to worry about and was something that would go away. It didn't. And for a couple of years, Spencer talked to her dead sister. Her mother started to think that she could talk to ghosts. Then, one day, she forgot about her imaginary dead sister and never brought it up again. Ooh, spooky. Number 4 was submitted by Mary Potter 713. One day, when Mimi was little, she was feeling mischievous, so she snuck out of the house and bolted into a random person's house. As soon as she realized that nobody was home, Mimi took a box of Oreo cookies and scattered them everywhere. Then, she stole a hammer she found in the master bedroom and ran back home. She got away with it until her parents found the hammer she stole. They made her return the hammer, and Mimi's mischievous behavior was never brought up again. Number 3 was submitted by Lord Tron 13. James Shark did something creepy when he was 10 years old. Whenever he was alone, he would always take his sister's Barbie doll and sit on it with his bare butt. He would sit on it for the same length of time, 7 minutes. He continued sitting on his sister's toy over the course of 8 weeks until she caught him in the act. Even to this day, James Shark doesn't know why he did that. Number 2 was submitted by Tragical Robin 72. When Dolan was a kid, he used to slap his mother's butt whenever he got back from elementary school. He saw his dad do it all the time, so he thought it was a normal way to greet her. Strangely, his mom never did anything about it. She didn't have to because Dolan eventually realized how weird slapping his mom in the butt really was. Looking back on it, he can't really help but cringe. Number 1 was submitted by Okay, it's CC. In preschool, Derek was drawing a picture when a kid named Jersey decided to take his markers. He let it go, since he wasn't using them at the time. Then, Jersey came back to his table and took his book. Derek told him to give it back, but he wouldn't. Then Derek got angry. He tried to grab his book, but Jersey poked him in the eyes. At that second, Derek felt that he had to kill him. That was when he grabbed his pencil and stabbed Jersey in the eye with it. Whenever he looks back on it, Derek regrets having stabbed him. No, Derek shouldn't regret that. He deserved it. He deserved to get stabbed in the eye. Huge thanks for the folks over on our Planet Dolan subreddit for submitting their stories. We have another question for you. What was the funniest thing you've ever seen a customer do? Let us know on the Reddit page linked below, and you might be featured in a future countdown. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Take care, everybody. Peace.